All right, welcome back to the Sportswire, 88.1 FM, WCWP. Max Caster, Matt Soldano. On the line right now in his new weekly spot, the man, the myth, the legend, his name, Terez Owens from TerezOwens.com, the esteemed TerezOwens.com. Terez, how are you?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much over here now. Real quick, I want to get your take on the NBA Finals. I know you're a big NBA guy, and last night that was an absolutely crazy game for the Lakers. And I know you're out in California, so what's the atmosphere like around there?
Man, it's good. It's good. We're going to Game 7. We're going to get the calls. We knew we were going to get the calls in Game 6. That's what home court comes with. You know what I mean?
Now, the news that I saw on your site that broke today, Kim Kardashian and Miles Austin, the Cowboys receiver, are now dating. What's the story behind that? And, is there any kind of backstabbing for Reggie Bush in this?
Reggie Bush is doing enough of his own stabbing besides getting backstabbed. I think he's good on the stabbing part. But at the end of the day, I guess, she's digging Miles Austin. Supposedly last night they were at the Lakers game. They were together, but weren't sitting together at the same seats. They had separate seats. Then they went out to a local Mexican restaurant that night. And who knows? We actually have some pretty good Miles Austin stuff that's going to pop out here tomorrow. And I'll give you a little hint. It has to do with some Elliot Spitzer. The girl Elliot Spitzer was messing with for a little while. So Kim Kardashian's not the only one up in the mix.
Oh my gosh. All right, so Miles Austin exclusive news tomorrow on TerezOwens.com, so be sure to stick around for that. I guess the next place to go here is the World Cup. Apparently it's the biggest event in the world, and everybody likes it for some reason, but if you watch it on TV, if you're American, you usually don't get into it. And I've tried to watch it, and it's tough to get into all these games. And I watch the American games, but I want to know how much you're into it, and if you're rocking a Landon Donovan jersey.
Definitely rocking an American jersey in my heart. Definitely not rocking a Landon Donovan jersey. Man, I'm not a huge. Soccer's like our 7th most favorite sport here in the U.S. So I grew up here. Soccer's cool. Of course, I have a little World Cup fever. But at the end of the day, I don't know. We're good, but we're too small. It looks like, if you guys watch the games, I watched the World Cup 4 years ago when we had it. Landon Donovan's our problem. Not necessarily him, but, we're too small. It's like we just get bumped off the ball. We push around. We might be Slovakia, and the hype will go to the next round or whatever they call it. I really don't know too much about soccer, so I'm probably being really stupid right now. But to me, we just look like we have a bunch of little Landon Donovans running around, which isn't a good thing for us.
Talking to Terez Owens on the Sportswire from TerezOwens.com. And Terez, Vince Young, he made the news for all the wrong reasons this week, got into a fight at a strip club, and apparently what started the whole scuffle was someone giving him the upside-down Texas Longhorns logo, or the Longhorns hand sign that people like to throw up. This is obviously bad news for the Titans, for the NFL, and for Vince Young. What do you make of all of this?
Well, obviously, we all know Vince Young likes his liquor. We've all seen the pictures of him sweating out Patron, shirt off, all that. But at the end of the day, I think it was more or less like, if we've all been to a strip club and they said, it was about the fee of supposedly it was about he got into it with the manager because he didn't want to pay the fee of the ATM transaction. And I've been to a strip club, and I've been with ballers, and you can only take so much out of an ATM. So at the end of the day, when you're in a strip club with these, bigger echelon people with some money, they always go to the manager, and the manager gives them cash out of the drawer and then runs it for them himself. So it wasn't really about a transaction fee. It was more or less he probably wasn't trying to let Vince Young be a baller in his establishment, and it led to what happened. Obviously, Vince Young can't do that. He's an idiot for doing that, but I think that's what started the altercation. No one's reporting that, but it's not about an $10 ATM transaction fee or whatever they charge. It's more or less you could only take $500 out. Come on, we all know Vince Young if he's at a strip club, he's partying with more than $500.
Now, your gut feeling, what do you think the NFL and Roger Goodell does about this? Because we know Goodell is very, very, hard on the players when it comes to, personal conduct or, getting involved in these sort of things. So you think that any sort of suspension is going to be handed down?
I think there will be. It's so hard to judge with Goodell because you figure what is Roethlisberger getting, four games?
No, he's getting 6 games, but on good behavior, it's 4.
Yeah, but good behavior is 4. Okay, so he's getting 4 games, so 8, there's a little stretch in there. Do I think Vince Young's going to get a game or 2? For sure. You just can't have that going on. I mean, did you ever see Joe Montana doing that? Or I know we're in different day and age with technology and stuff, but you just didn't see these guys doing this. And if you're an NFL quarterback, man, you can't do that. You got a lot on your shoulders. You're running a team. You got to be smarter than that.
We're talking to Terez Owens from TerezOwens.com on the Sportswire. Max Caster, Matt Soldano. Now, here in New York, you got a lot of football news coming out, especially with the Jets with Darrelle Revis. But aside from what he should do, because we all know that Darrell needs to get paid, Mark Sanchez, coming off his knee injury, we see him everywhere. He was at the Tonys, and apparently he's hanging out with Jamie Lynn Sigler from The Sopranos. I want to know if you know what the deal is with that, and do you think that he could do much better being the Jets quarterback?
I mean, come on. Personally, of course, he's battling the chubby guy from Entourage for the same chick. I mean, they're not even in the same category. So you sit there at one point and you go, Jamie Lynn Sigler, really? You live in New York and you're messing with models? And you're messing with Jamie Lynn Sigler? Unless she's got something bomb that we don't know about, who knows? I think he's been hanging out with her, whether they're friends or not. There's something going on because obviously they're hanging out together. But he could definitely do better, man. I mean, it's kind of poor representation on the Jets right there. He's throwing guys like Namath under the bus with that.